Okay. I'm going to go ahead and call this evening's City Council meeting for May 1st to order. Please show that all of the council members are present and stand and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, first item is a consent calendar.
Move approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded that we approve the consent calendar as proposed. All in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed? Okay. Next up is recognitions and presentations, one of our favorite things here at the council level. Tonight we do have the recognition for one of our do the right thing character traits, and this one is integrity. And I pulled up the description in the program, and it says for integrity, it's being reliable, doing what I say I'll do, telling the truth even when it's not easy, and building a good reputation. So this is certainly a good trait and something worth recognizing. So glad we're able to do that this evening. So I'm going to call up some school representatives, and they will introduce the students and teachers who are also going to be. Yeah, would you please?
Yeah.
So first up will be from the Mount Diablo Elementary, and then understand Vice Principal Joe. Vice Principal, yeah. Yes. Going to quickly elevate you here. If you'd like to come up then and introduce
Grab your mic.
the two teachers. These to you. These are the certificates. And get you around here where you can be heard, because this is being televised for the crowds at home.
All right, well, good evening. So I'd like to actually call up Ms. Fail and Mrs. Carcamo, our two fourth grade teachers. And also, integrity is a big priority here at Mount Diablo Elementary. We really value all of our students who strive for honesty and good moral values. But I believe the teachers can say more on who our students are and why we nominated them tonight. So I get off to Ms. Fail.
Thanks. I didn't know there was a microphone. To have integrity means that you have the qualities of honesty, decency, fairness, sincerity, as well as strong moral principles. All of these qualities are exemplified by my student, Madison Bautista. She is one student that I can count on to always do the right thing, even if it's a difficult decision. She shows the qualities that are our foundations at MDE, to be respectful, responsible, safe, and kind. She always goes above and beyond in her work as well as her extras at school, like band, where she has progressed from beginning band to advanced band in just a few months by practicing hard, and also became our student council rep in class. I can always give Madison an extra responsibility and know that she will accept it and give it her all. She is a true pleasure to have in my class this year.
Yeah, so Madison, come on up.
We'll get a good picture when we're all done.
Okay, all right. I'm very proud to present this Integrity Award to Marco Tredenik. Each day, through his choices and actions, it's evident that Marco holds himself to very high standards. Marco is committed to his education, and he takes his role as student very seriously. Marco submits all his work on time, and he is consistently focused and engaged during lessons. In addition to his work ethic, Marco is very kind to his peers, and he's incredibly polite and respectful. In every interaction with Marco, there's a please and a thank you. When I pass out papers to the class and I pass Marco something, he always looks up, gives a nice smile, and says thank you. And now the other students at his table are starting to do the same thing. Another very admirable quality of Marco is his humility. Marco leads by example, and he's incredibly modest regarding his accomplishments. He's a true role model, and in this manner, he garners respect from those around him. Finally, Marco's incredibly trustworthy and honest. I trust him implicitly to make good choices even when my attention is with other students. For all these reasons, you can see why I've chosen Marco to receive this award. And as an aside, related to Marco's work ethic, Marco applies the same effort towards athletics. He plays on a competitive soccer team, and he's running CYO track. Marco runs the mile, and his goal was to break 6 minutes. At last weekend's meet, Marco ran the mile in 5:49.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty amazing, especially for a 4th grade student.
So we're going to have all of the students that are being recognized this evening come up for a group shot. So thank you very much. We'll get you back up in a minute. So next up is the middle school students that are being recognized, and Patty Bannister, the principal, is here this evening to do that.
You may.
You have Lily Wilcox and Logan Gonzalez.
Uh-huh.
you go.
Lily Wilcox. Lily was a perfect choice for integrity. Lily is our student body president, and she does an amazing job. And she always is the one that, you know, she's there. She's the go-to gal. She does keeps the place afloat with all the activities, and she has a beautiful smile that she always has. She's just a person that you love to be around, and she takes her responsibilities very serious. She's an excellent student, and I know I heard from Mrs. Cherapy. She went on the DC trip, and she was one of the students that she mentioned took some real leadership, and and that's a big task to take middle schoolers across the country. So, but she's an amazing young lady, and I know she's going to go very far.
Thank you.
And our other student is Logan Gonzalez. I don't know, it seems like every student I bring have these amazing smiles. Maybe that's why they catch my eye. But Logan is one of our 8th graders, and again, he's an excellent student. And one thing I notice about him around campus, he's always so kind. He's kind. He thinks about other students. He is very responsible. I've seen him. He's a TA in Spanish class, and I was managing the class for maternity leave a lot, so I got to know Logan, and he would be again hanging in there. He would be doing anything I ask him to do, and he's just a great all-around kid, excellent student too. So he always is seen doing the right thing, and I know he is kind to other students. His teachers say that he's the one that will step up and do what needs to be done.
Excellent, good example. Now, we're also recognizing 2 students from the high school, but I don't believe they're in the audience this evening.
We may not have gotten
So I'd like to at least give them recognition. It's Rita Mohammed Iwaz and Colin Cox. So we'll make sure they get their awards for integrity as well. I actually invite them to come to the next council meeting if they can make that. But I'd like to invite all of the students who were recognized this evening and are here to come forward, and let's get a group shot of everybody and your teachers. Yeah, hold your certificates in front of you there so you can see you're being recognized.
Okay.
Good.
You want to go first?
in here. I thought y'all
Squeeze a
were-
little closer.
Yeah, come on in here.
Why don't you? Okay.
Looking good.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. We'll get Patty up here too.
Oh.
Very good. Thank you again. And I want to congratulate the families as well, because this is usually a family effort, so appreciate that very much.
Yes, you're welcome to go home and do
Yes,
homework.
you don't necessarily have to stay for the whole meeting. Thank you again for coming.
What? Everybody's leaving? What?
All right, next up are the reports. And looks like we have a report from the Planning Commission. Bill Gall?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, council members, city staff. I bid you greetings from the Planning Commission. We met last Tuesday, and there was one project that came before the commissioners, which was to the request for a single-story addition of about 700 square feet, about 14 feet high, to a residence that's on Clayton Road. It's 5859 Clayton Road. It is the first house. If you come out of the parking lot and go west on Clayton Road, it's the first house where just beyond the PG&E tower that's there. It is a split-level house. The owner is George Pangan, and what Mr. Pangan would like to do is to add this addition on the house right in back of the garage, which really doesn't change the footprint at all. But he's adding a bedroom, a bathroom, a laundry room, and a closet. As I mentioned, the addition is 700 square feet. The house is about 1,900, little less than 2,000 square feet. So with the addition, it's going to be about 2,686 square feet. The closest residence to Mr. Pangan's residence is on the west side of the house, and that's it's pretty well shielded by trees and shrubbery. There are no homes on the north side or the east side. What else can I tell you? The project meets and is in compliance with all applicable codes and standards, including the Clayton Municipal Code and the R15 district standards. The setbacks are well within the requirements. And so after reviewing the staff report and the recommendations and hearing the public testimony, it was only Mr. Pangan who appeared at the meeting. The commissioners voted 5-0 to approve the site plan, or excuse me, the site plan request, and that's all I had in my notes. So we recommended this conditional approval of the site plan review permit. Do you have any questions that I might answer?
Any questions from the council? Sound very thorough, and 5-0 indicates the commission was all in agreement, so that's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you much.
Can I go see the Warriors?
Good job.
Hey.
We can go. Now you can join the crowd that left just a minute ago.
Follow up.
Get your priorities straight here.
What's that?
Get your priorities straight here.
That's right. Well, the game doesn't start till 7:30, so he's got time to get home.
Okay, there was no Trails and Landscape Committee, so no committee meeting, so there'll be no report. City staff, Gary Napper, our city manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just have one item for future calendaring purposes. The city's prospective developer of the large vacant lot downtown, their name is Fulcrum Development Group, and they are in the process of submitting their plans for review by staff. That's a typical process that everyone goes through for prospective development. As part of the agreement with the city, they held their first community meeting on Wednesday, April 11th, and they plan to hold the second one on Wednesday, May 23rd. Those have been held and will be held in this room here in Hoyer Hall. That's at 7 p.m., so it's Wednesday, May 23rd. This is a great opportunity, once again, for citizens to come out to put what they've heard in the community together with what they can see the developers doing. A lot of times there's information that flows out there that the old paper can or tin cans in the string, they hear different things. It's also a great chance for the developer to hear directly from citizens about their concerns, about maybe they don't like the architecture or other types of plans. The developer needs to hear that, because ultimately that project, if submitted in this process through, it goes to the Planning Commission for them to hear, and then finally it arrives at the City Council. Like last time, the City Council is disinvited to that meeting because you ultimately hear it, so we ask that you abstain from going so that your review of that project is at the same time as each one of you has heard it, so you make your decision in front of the public in those public hearings. And that's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, now for council reports. To you.
So just a couple attended just some local activities that most of us, I think, did, including the Clayton Cleans Up on April 21st, attended the CPCA's general meeting, membership meeting on April 26th, then had a couple nights last week where I participated in the CPCA Scholarship Committee meetings where we interviewed a number of candidates. And then last weekend, obviously, was Art and Wine, where I think most of us were at, and I was helping out with organizing the volunteers for the beer, wine, and ticket booths. And then I do want to mention one more item. She already left, but in the audience a second ago, we had Sarah Wilcox, who is directing our elementary school's theater group. So this coming Thursday and Friday, our local elementary school students, 4th and 5th graders, those who are participating, are doing the Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory at our school. So it will be a very nice performance. But Sarah Wilcox is directing that. So
That's going to be in the evening or during the day?
In the evening. I think it's 6:30 p.m. or 7 p.m. It might be 7 p.m., yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday or Friday.
Now I know what the traffic will be for.
Yes. Well, it'll be well worth it.
Okay.
That's it.
Shoot.
All right, same thing, Art and Wine was fantastic. Had a couple of meetings regarding the charter, but I don't have anything really to report yet. I'll have something probably at next meeting. But I just want to say, as we all, I'm sure, want to say, the Art and Wine was, again, spectacular, and it's a great community event, and glad to have it put on by the CBCA. It's really quite exceptional. So.
Okay. Julie.
Yes. Immediately after our last council meeting, the next night, we had the monthly Contra Costa Transportation Authority board meeting. The next day was the Bay Area Regional Collaborative, which is a collaboration between the Association of Bay Area Governments, the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, the Bay Area Air Quality Management District, and the Bay Conservation and Development Commission, the four regional agencies working together on resilience. And we got a Resilience by Design report. The competition is over. They are going to be announcing the winners coming up in a couple of weeks at a big event down in Jack London Square to see which design is the one that was chosen to go forward if we possibly can find the money for it. These are designs for how to make us more resilient and more resistant to sea level rise, how to protect our bayfront and our infrastructure, and some very, very creative ideas. Also attended Clayton Cleans Up. It was a fabulous day. There were, I think all of us were there at one point or another. Had an MTC meeting, Metropolitan Transportation Commission, and then we were all there at the Art and Wine Festival this weekend. And coming up, we have the Gardens Tour for the Historic Society is this weekend. Please come out. It is a major fundraiser for our museum. And so there are flyers on the back table if you need one. So that'll be a good deal. And then our first concert is on May 12th. It's Plan B, our own local Clayton band. Plan B will be playing that kickoff concert on Saturday night, May 12th. The concert starts at 6 o'clock and goes till 8:30. As you know, it gets a little chilly toward the end of the evening as the sun goes down, so probably smart to bring a jacket. We are still selling patron hats, subscriptions to the concerts to help raise the money and offset the costs. The city does not put any money directly into it out of the general fund. So this is all paid for by our sponsors and by our wonderful community who come as our guests in the park. So be there.
Sounds good. And next is Jim. But Jim, before you give your report, I want to recognize you and thank you very much for chairing the Art and Wine Committee that put on the Art and Wine Festival this past weekend. Once again, a very successful festival. I'll let you share what happens with the funds and so forth. But good job.
My report was going to be, I had a quiet and restful weekend. I don't know about the rest of you.
Your tail's off. Good chair, Dylan.
Thank you very much. It was, the thing of it was, and I'll get to it, but first let me give you the other dates. Cleans Up. Clayton Cleans Up. 200 plus people came out on the 21st. On Thursday, the 26th, not only did I attend the general membership meeting in the evening of the CBCA, but earlier in the day I met with the brand new general manager of the Oakhurst Country Club, Michael Clark, a southern gentleman, I must say, from one of the Carolina states, and I get the two of them confused, and I don't remember which one he was from, but very nice gentleman, and he was very supportive of the things that we do here and also in sponsoring a portion of the Art and Wine. The Art and Wine took place over basically for the committee 4 days, 27th through the 30th, but the actual heart of it was on the 28th and the 29th. And there was a little moderate concern because of the chilliness and coolness in the morning on Saturday, but it did pick up towards the middle of the day. Same thing on Sunday, and I didn't count the people that were there, but we had a reasonably good turnout on Sunday. First of all, let me do this. Putting this on takes a number of people, and the lady sitting at the far left of me here, she coordinated all the adult volunteers that we had, and we could not have done that without her and those people. In addition, another lady by the name of Marcy Bussey arranged for the students. I wish you could have been there on Sunday night. She was like a staff sergeant in the Army, directing these 50 kids around how to pick stuff up. And hopefully, I believe that most of the debris got picked up and things got put away. I will say this, we ended up losing one chair again, and God knows where that chair goes to. And we lost one fire extinguisher. Which, believe me, I don't know who would want that other than maybe one of the vendors. But the volunteers, Julie was out there early both Saturday and Sunday, making sure everybody had plenty of coffee and sweet rolls and that and fruit for the volunteers and primarily for the vendors that came out and got set up. All in all, it was I believe, a moderately successful event when we look at the past and the warmer weekend. But I have to thank every one of those volunteers that showed up there and worked very hard to make it happen. And I believe that the results will be in the final outcome. Thank you.
All right, good. Yes, it was a busy weekend. Since our last meeting then, on the 19th, I did attend the County Connection Board of Directors meeting, and we were presented with the proposal for a rate increase and some changes in routes and schedules for the bus line. And we approved the proposed plan going out to public hearing so that they could get a lot of input from the impacted public who relies on the County Connection for their transportation. So you'll be hearing about more of this as we move forward. And then on the 21st, we did have the Clayton Cleans Up, which is an annual event occurring the weekend before Art and Wine to really make our nice community shine for all of the visitors who get to come into town.
It's Earth Day.
And well, the next day was Earth Day, yes. And then the 23rd went to a Habitat Conservancy Board meeting. And the primary thing we did at that meeting was get a readout from our executive director on the results of a trip she took back to Washington to basically plead for the funds that have already been approved but haven't been released yet. And this has impacted a number of conservation groups around the country. But we're hoping to make headway there and get the funds that we've already relied on. 24th had a barbecue cook-off committee meeting as we prepare for the upcoming barbecue cook-off on July 14th. And then on the 25th, I spoke at a Blue Star Mom's dedication of a memorial to Major James Ahern at the Clayton Valley Charter High School. It's the first monument that's been erected at the high school. And Major Ahern was a student there at the high school and unfortunately lost his life in defending the country. 26th, then I had the opportunity to spend the day with the Save Mount Diablo's 4 Days Diablo hiking group. And I was invited to attend as chair of the Habitat Conservancy because we work closely with the Save Mount Diablo group to preserve properties that do become available in the East Bay area, out here in East County. And then on the 28th and 29th, did work the Art and Wine Festival. On the 29th, attended the Lafayette War Veterans dedication of a memorial that they erected that actually identified the 22 fallen heroes that the county of Contra Costa has lost since 9/11. So a very nice memorial was placed at the entrance to the Veterans Memorial Veterans building there in Lafayette, which is a nice facility that they see lots of veterans groups meeting at. And then yesterday had the opportunity to attend a Central County Mayor's Committee meeting that was just 4 members of us, the mayors of Walnut Creek, Concord, and Martinez and myself met just to talk about some common issues and things that our 4 co-located cities are facing, and that was helpful as well. We're going to do this occasionally. It confirms we really face different issues in each of our communities, but there was some common issues that we were able to discuss. And that's what kept me busy since our last meeting. When I came in this evening, I did see a packet of some Proposition 68 literature that the East Bay Regional Park District has asked that I share with the rest of the council members, so you received that as well. All right, moving on then to public comment. And I do have a speaker's card. Ann Stanaway.
Good evening. Apropos to integrity, interesting meeting we've had earlier. And I was sad that they left because my comments have a lot to do with integrity. I quote from Clayton's website homepage. Welcome to the city of Clayton. Our city is a very special place with exceptional people who have a deep appreciation for the community's history, tradition, and volunteerism. Parenthetically, absolutely no regard for public health and safety. In fact, the community's much vaunted history is overshadowed by a tradition of political patronage. I see the council still massaging an anti-smoking ordinance. I'll bet this new ordinance is enforced under the same system of patronage applied to the rest of our city ordinances. Under our current public safety ordinances, Clayton's beleaguered first responders receive no support from the City Council. Instead, special friends are allowed encroachment on our fire lanes, blocking best efforts to serve the public interests of public safety. With this kind of history, how can Clayton's website boast that the city is a safe place to live? Also, there's the problem of Roundup being distributed in our parks. Children sit on the grass.
I don't know. I'm pretty much against the catching cancer, and Roundup does have carcinogens in it. I wish that the city would discontinue the use of Roundup entirely. I'm hoping that these remarks, they didn't have much of an audience, but I'm hoping these remarks will help you guys focus on unburdening Clayton from the governance by empty rhetoric that we seem to have. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Danaway. Anyone else wish to address the council on items not on the agenda? Seeing no one coming forward and no other speaker cards, we'll move on then to public hearings. We have none scheduled for this evening. And then to action items. Action item 8A, to consider the second reading and adoption of ordinance number 481, amending chapter 8.14, regulation of smoking of the Clayton Municipal Code. We have a presentation from our Community Development Director, Mindy Gentry.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and council members. This item on the agenda is a second reading of an ordinance to amend the city's smoking regulations. At the April 17th council meeting, the city council did make two changes to the proposed ordinance, which was to allow smoking on public sidewalks and to remove a 25-foot no smoking buffer zone around the Grove Park. Therefore, it's recommended that the City Council motion to have ordinance number 481 read by title and number only and waive further reading, and then by motion adopt ordinance number 481 to amend the Clayton Municipal Code smoking regulations. And that concludes my staff report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that the council may have.
Any questions then of the amendment that's being proposed? It's one we've discussed at length now.
Public comment.
Okay, we'll move on then to public comment. Anyone in the audience wish to address the council on this issue? Okay, I'll bring it back up to council for discussion and a motion.
I would move to have ordinance number 481 read by title and number only and waive further reading.
It moved in second, excuse me. Do I have a second?
Second.
I'll wait for the second then.
Second. Yeah.
Okay, now it's been moved and seconded. That we have ordinance 481 read by file and number only and waive further reading.
Ordinance number 481, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Clayton amending Chapter 8.14, regulation of smoking of the Clayton Municipal Code.
All right.
I would move adoption of ordinance number 481 to amend the Clayton Municipal Code, Chapter 8.14, regulation of smoking, with the finding that this action does not constitute a project under CEQA under ZOA 01-18.
Second.
Been moved and seconded then that we adopt ordinance 481 to amend the Clayton Municipal Code, Chapter 814, regulation of smoking, with the finding that this action does not constitute a project under CEQA ZOA 01-18. All in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed? Unanimous? So that was approved. And then we move on to any council items that, any issues you would like brought up at future meetings? Seeing none at this time, then we are going to be moving into closed session. So thank you for attending the open session portion of the meeting. This will be Government Code Section 54957.6, conference with labor negotiator, instructions for city designated labor negotiator, city manager, employee organization.
The employee organization is the PLA.
Employee organization is the Clayton Police Officers Association.